Trevor, we look good.
Yeah.
Can I tell you, in like a profile, like we're ready to fucking party.
Yo.
You guys are still on Thursday. We're on Friday.
We are deep into Saturday.
I'm gonna slip into Saturday like I slipped into these Crocs. Did you think we were done talking about them? No, because they're more important than ever now. Because now I feel like I'm still sitting.
Essentially, it's sitting anywhere that you
Oh
can
my God,
stand.
it's sitting feet down.
It's sitting on the go.
Hey, you ever sit standing up?
It's not you. That's
You can now.
Oh God.
All right.
They're not built.
Crocs are not built for that. Not a lot of dancers wearing Crocs.
no.
But like, there's a boot emoji that's just like this. And I don't know, I responded to somebody who
Dude.
tweeted about my first-time owner, proud owner of Crocs. They went, oh no, it might have been you, might have been Kai. And I was
no.
like, but
Might
think
have
of
been me
the
on
new
an
boot
alt
goofing.
account.
And it was like two boots going like this. And it was just, I don't know, I just liked it.
Is it the Reno?
Some chuckles.
That's
It
the,
does
the
a
Reno
little bit.
Yeah.
New boot goofing?
New boot goofing.
Excellent.
Yeah, that was my inspo.
We didn't show this, but I sent them the picture. We talked about our little Croc date, which, mind you, if you didn't understand the context, it was just me and Trevor that
Yeah.
saw Old, no one else. So we sat at a little table for two.
Yeah.
You know, I fought to get that arm bar down.
You did.
Cup holder. It was like, I think it was bolted closed.
It was sturdy.
Oh.
Oh.
And I took this picture right before the
Oh.
movie started.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then right before
Blurry
the
like a crime photo.
right before the light. Well, because it's like the trailers were ending. It is Alamo. They will be like, get off your phone, get the fuck out.
Right.
But again, there were about 6 people
Oh,
in
yeah.
the theater.
Right.
You'd have been fine.
And so like Trevor and I are spamming, trying to take pictures while the screen's bright, because it's like a trailer's
Yeah.
playing. It's like too dark, too dark. No, 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 no. We're both taking pictures of our feet in the theater. And right before the movie started, I just sent you a picture, and then I put my phone down and I just smiled for the entire movie. And just came back to you saying, I think it was like 10 dots, and then what the fuck?
It was also a gif of someone vomiting.
Oh yeah, that's right. You sent that too.
Yeah.
You sent that too. I think I
Hard
said.
to forget
I think
that
I
one.
said, you missed out.
I'm gonna send Stab another photo that I had taken.
It's gross.
But this was one I took for Michael to send to him, just be like, here's where I'm at.
Bro,
and that was the
look at this
preview in the background.
Disgusting. It doesn't look in
Ugh.
any way.
That was what I
cool.
sent you to be
No,
like,
but
this,
that's what
this
makes
is where
it
I
cool,
am.
dude. It's like fanny packs. Like they're just cool now.
The leg
This is a
hair.
fanny pack for your feet.
Yep.
I think
What
you know what?
What are you hauling
Both,
in your Crocs?
like,
They're so big.
Comfort. They're so
Yeah,
big.
no, they
Yeah,
shrink
but
your
imagine
legs, you know.
you want to be protected if you get into a car accident. Imagine you get into a shoe accident. You want to
Exactly.
be safe with these Crocs.
Never stub your toe again.
I'm not getting those stubbies here. Can I tell you, especially in this angle?
I think
take
a
it
boot
back.
would do just as good.
I
I
think-
think, you know, a good
Yeah.
boot, solid.
Maybe
my-
less expensive from hearing about how these
Yeah,
are
but did we ever
pricey.
touch
Well, I
on the
mean, they're no
price?
Pokemon cards, okay?
You don't need to. There we go.
What the fuck?
This was
that baby getting fed.
This was
Yo, that baby's getting some TT.
TT in the background. I did not play in the background.
action.
I just sent this to Michael. I just
Hang
whipped out my phone, flash on, knew people were in there, new movie was starting. I was like, listen, this is where I'm at, Michael. I'm at the table ready to go.
The text
That
could have
was
been,
in the background.
Text could have been Crocs plus TT.
It's everything in one.
Wow.
Everything you could ever want.
It's just-
And nobody else there. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You only see a handful of seats, but that's empty.
When I
And
got
there were
these-
literally like 6 seats in a row, and the first row was sectioned off.
Yeah.
So there were only literally like 12 available seats.
I thought somebody bought out the whole first row.
You did.
Because
I did
because they
too.
also
I was
said sold.
VIP access.
But I like
You
it
want
that-
the whole first
Yeah,
row.
VIP.
First row.
Yeah.
I love
All the way
it.
up in the front.
I turn every movie into an IMAX.
Yeah. I'm immersed.
Fuck, dude.
That was me with Endgame.
yeah,
I bought tickets at Alamo that were at like 9 o'clock, but then I also bought tickets at like the Bullock IMAX at like
yeah.
5:30 or something like that.
You said that was like the very first showing, right? Like,
Yeah.
you would have seen it earlier.
Yeah, I would have seen it earlier. So I went there. There was a big old line. I went, oh shit, I haven't done something like this in a while. Waiting outside in the line to pick my seat in a theater. Walked in. We were there like 2 hours early, and we were still like towards the back of the line. Walked in, saw a couple seats, sat down, and I went, just a slight tilt, and I went, okay, well, this is IMAX. And then like an advertisement played, and I said, nope. I said, hun, we're leaving. And then we just got up and just
Yeah.
walked
Dude.
out of the fucking theater. I was like, there's no way I'm watching it like
man.
this. Like,
Where you have to
Oh,
like,
yeah.
turn your head for it.
hell no.
People talk about like the people who eat pineapple on pizza, you know, or like, oh, you know, mayonnaise or, you know, whatever.
On
who the,
pizza.
Who the fuck are the first row people?
I don't know.
Who the
I
fuck
don't
out there
know
going, I always
who
get the
or
first
what
row.
they are.
Why?
All right.
I get why the theater has them to just,
Yeah.
you know, get a couple more bucks.
Movies are never an issue for me. I always get the first row.
Or just like someone going, someone
an
going,
issue.
oh, what seat do you want? Doesn't matter. First row, fine with me. That was a trick. They're not coming.
I like to show up 5 minutes before I get there.
Seriously,
You're
that's-
not coming.
I'm with you. It wasn't that, but when we saw Interstellar, it was in IMAX, and Lindsay and I went, and we got there late, and so like the trailer just ended. It was like 2 minutes into the movie. We walked in, and there were people sitting on the stairs. Like the whole theater's pitch black. We already can't do the like look because the movie's already started. I see people sitting on the stairs, and I go, I'm not fucking sitting on the stairs. Like,
Yeah.
we're not
Yeah,
watching
so
this
watch it
movie.
during another time.
And so we're kind of like looking in the stairs, and we only saw it because the people sitting on the stairs, our eye line was there. There was literally a space, like a couple seats into that row. There was like a space, a guy sitting there, another space, and then a woman, and they were holding hands across the one seat.
Oh, F them.
But I was like, okay, there's a seat next to them. There's a seat in between them. Maybe they're holding it for an extra person or something.
Yeah.
But the movie's already begun.
Like a friend.
And so we're just
Scoot
kind
the
of sitting
fuck
there.
over.
We're kind of sitting there, and I lean over to Lindsay, and I was like, hey, can you ask them if they'll move over? Because we can get those 2 seats. Because, like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, if you talk to that other woman, it's just, you're more likely to have success than me doing it. Just go be nice. You're better at being nice than me.
Right.
Like, oh, can you move over, whatever. So Lindsay goes over. It's like whispering, and I'm standing. Comes back, and Lindsay's like shaking their head. I'm like, fucking really? Like they wouldn't move?
Then sit in the seat with their hand-
We're walking, as Lindsay's walking up, the woman is like, and like calls us down, and then she moves. Like I guess her boyfriend or whoever was like, no. But then she was like, I imagine, don't be a fucking dick. And then they moved over.
Yeah.
And so then we moved past the people sitting on the steps, and it's like,
I mean,
should have asked.
Move.
Then we sat down, but then no one else came. So I was like, wait, what were you doing?
They were
then?
just
Exactly.
holding it.
What the fuck were
They
you
just
doing?
wanted more space,
Jesus.
dude.
Yeah, but when you go with someone, you want a space in between you, and they're still holding hands.
Right.
It didn't make any sense at all.
I need my buffer seats.
That makes no
I like to
sense.
spread out.
Makes
You're
no
in public,
fucking sense
idiot.
at all.
Public.
And so then,
Sit
so then
down.
we
You
stayed and
sit next
watched
to a
the movie.
stranger. If you want to be in public,
don't
we
you
were
go
about
in
to-
public.
I was like,
Wait for it to
walk right the
no.
fuck out. I'll drive back home.
Friend
Yeah.
never made it to the theater.
Dude, also Interstellar, it's like a 2.5 hour movie.
He died.
That's why I need your buffer seats so you can just.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
watching.
That was
You
that
were
was
towards
weird.
the front on that.
Ridiculous.
No, it wasn't the
Oh,
front,
okay.
but that was in the similar view in the front of me sitting on the steps.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit on the stairs for
They
two
was
and a half
sitting on the
hours.
steps. This man sprawled out.
That's fucking crazy. And it was right
was
next to
slapped him
them.
in the teeth.
It was like 3 seats in. No, that was like mid back. They were decent seats.
I'm spoiled,
But I was
man,
just like,
with
what
the
are you
Alamo.
doing?
Well, I pick my seat.
Oh, yeah, you pick it,
And
you're done.
then even now, I like pre-order my food too. But you go there, you have your seat. You can walk in 5 minutes before the movie starts, sit down in your select seat, and then there comes a point in time before the movie starts where everyone has to shut the fuck up.
Right.
I go-
Unless you see old.
the theater themselves says, "Shut the fuck up."
It's fine.
Like
Yeah,
in
it
the
does.
various ways
Yeah.
that they tell you.
And
So-
I made the mistake, I think, like 2 years ago. Jackie and I watched a horror movie, and it wasn't showing at the Alamo Draft House, so we went to go watch it at like an AMC or something.
A
like
Cinemark
that.
or something.
That's
And
a
it
real
was
narration genre.
opening night, and boy, there's
Packed.
just a bunch of rowdy kids. And I was once like that, but not anymore.
But now you're not, so you
Now
hate
it's-
them.
Now I hate
You hate them.
I wasn't rowdy
I go,
in the theater.
God, I was an idiot.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of people like on their phone, and it was just terrible talking.
There's
and
people
laughing,
talking in
screaming.
general.
Yep.
There's people really emoting from the movie.
Yeah.
And then there's people talking to the movie. We're like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like-
like,
like
it's
that's
a
gonna
trope, but
affect
it's
it.
real.
Yeah.
People do that. We're like, don't open that door. Oh, I told you. Like, bro, shut the fuck up.
It's like,
Shut up.
why weren't you listening?
Fuck.
That's where I'm grateful. Where in a nice, quiet Midwestern town, we don't say much. We're humble people. We do our business, and then we go
that
back to
foot.
the abode.
That foot.
You guys in the big cities, you got some like big personalities out
See?
there willing to do. You got a whole
air.
cacophony of folk, a wide. Whereas we're all just like humble farmer
Capone.
people.
When you're in the small town, though, you run
Not
the
where
risk
I'm
of
from.
drunk people walking in.
Well, you also run
That
the risk
just
of everyone
happens.
knowing who you are. So
Also
you don't want to
true.
speak up because like you can't disappear into the city.
Well, there's also.
I mean, I disappeared. I was,
you did.
I was drunk as shit watching The Hobbit, and then I left like 2 months after that.
the Hobbit.
2
was
months
that-
after the movie started?
Was that before you got here?
you were there a
Before I
long
got
time.
here.
2 months
Yeah.
after. He's overstated.
That's that in the movie.
You have
2
no
months.
idea how many free movies
Yeah.
he got off
Can't
that
move.
ticket.
The thing is, you're also depending on your location. You could be in a theater where someone's being rowdy, right? And that's the non-norm, right? Where you can go, hey, can you be quiet or whatever. Maybe they'll be quiet. Maybe they won't. Whatever. Where I'm from is you sit there pissed off that someone won't shut the fuck up, but you don't say anything unless you're ready to get into a fight with somebody.
Yeah.
Because people just have fights in movie theaters. Like I never got involved in it. I don't know how many movie theaters I've been in where people are screaming at each other in the theater of like, fuck you, man, I'll beat the shit out of you. And I'm just like, it's in the middle of a movie because someone's talking
Yep.
and someone won't say, hey, they go, shut the fuck up. And then someone goes, who the fuck said that? Who the fuck said that?
You're just going.
Yeah, it's.
You're just watching Harry Potter 3, you know? No, I'm not kidding. And it's just like, it's not worth it. So instead you just sit there and you're like, shut the fuck up, God, shut the fuck up. And you just hope that maybe they'll get struck by lightning or something, like in the theater.
I think I get too.
Or like a
popular.
fucking spell comes out
I
of the
definitely
screen.
like am the person that like if someone's like completely in the wrong, I get too confrontational.
Yeah.
I know it's because it was not the 4th of July. It was the 3rd of July of like this year.
They had to make sure they worked.
And it's ridiculous. And it was the 3rd of
Probably how
July,
they approach.
right? I was like, 4th of July, it's like, okay,
the
people are going to be
concept.
popping fireworks. I get that. Like, they're going to pop fireworks all night long.
Sure.
It's the one night out of the year, whatever. I have a new pup, so I understand how detrimental that can be to a dog or people that have, served and their PTSD. But it was like July 3rd, the night before, and it was like 2 in the morning, popping fireworks. Boo's like in her crate, and she's freaking out. She's crying, all that kind of stuff. I take her out to use the restroom,
Oh,
and I'm just hearing these fireworks, and I'm like, "Oh, it's so annoying. It's like in my complex somewhere. And I look down at my backyard, and it's literally the people at the end popping fireworks, like of where my building is. And so me sitting there, I'm just like, okay, it's, just God was going to use the restroom, then we'll walk out. But she kept crying. So that upset me. So I like screamed down the yards, and I was like, hey, I'll change my language.
Please stop.
I was like, hey, motherfucker, shut the fuck up, right? Well, I used a different term from, back home, but living in the ghetto. But I was like, hey,
Neighbor?
motherfucker. I was like, hey, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. It's 3 a.m. And they replied too, like, hey, motherfucker, shut the fuck up. And so I was like, yo, I'll jump over this fucking fence and beat the shit out of you right now. Say that shit to my fucking face. And they ran inside. And
Hell
I was like,
yeah.
Those
God, fucking damn.
10-year-olds will
Yeah.
think
That
twice.
annoyed the shit out of me. And then, funny knowing, because I know exactly like who they are, like they're right down the fucking, you know what I mean? My ass, like, walking Gabu, saw them walk out, and I just stopped and went, oh, y'all the dumb motherfuckers that were popping fireworks the night before, and they were just like, it's like young, like kids in college. And
Sure.
And I was like, all right, cool, later. And I just kept walking away and talking. And I was like,
Just be like,
fuck
I
this
see
kid.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I'm
that
like, God
sinks
damn,
in.
It's fucking annoying, bro. Like everyone here,
They're
like
afraid to
there's a
pee a
night
little
that's
bit.
designated for that. Yeah, and then I just pissed in their fucking
Yeah.
door.
Yeah.
Right out the leg. He like
Fredo went, hey,
just a
want
little
some
drop.
Tootsie?
Jesus.
God.
That shit was just like super
little bit.
annoying.
Dude, sometimes like all it takes, whether it's like confrontational like you were, or like in the second bout where you're just like, I witness you, I see
Yeah.
you, is
Like, I
enough
saw
for them.
you.
Is enough for them to be
Hi.
like,
Yeah.
oh shit. Like I have like it's enough for it to sink in that
Yeah.
moment where they're like, somebody perceived me doing the thing, even though I knew I was being a dick or whatever. Like if they don't witness the consequences, they're just like la la la. They keep
Yeah, they
being the
don't care.
protagonist of their story.
Yeah.
But like all you need to do is just point it out, and they're like, fuck.
Yeah, a lot of
and
times
it sinks in.
A lot of times, especially if it's like someone that's obviously like in the wrong, you point it out and they're just like, All right.
I'm sorry.
Right. Very rarely there's like, hey, fuck you, I'll pop it fireworks whenever I want. I'm like,
I'll go do it inside then.
No one is taking your side on this.
Right.
Like, popping
Yeah.
it like the day before. You have your night. Use that night.
I bet you your neighbors were just like, thank you, whoever that man was.
Yeah.
Came out
Yeah.
that night and like,
Yeah.
just, hey, shut the
Yeah,
fuck
'cause it
up.
was going on for like 20 minutes at that point. It was still going.
Jesus,
but
man.
I'm sure like people were just like, thank God someone said something.
I'm also
Go
like,
inside and watch it on YouTube if you really want some popping off
Also,
right
like-
now. Like, I like the sound.
that's
like 24 hours away. Just pop.
That's the
right
thing
now.
too.
Right,
That's the
right.
thing too. I mean, like I get it.
It's like New Year's and 4th of July. I don't know how it became a thing. Looks cool. I feel like fireworks, I'll be honest, as the years go on, and
Less
in the
enticing?
hundreds, it's like, yup. There it is. You know what I mean? 200, 300, 500 years ago. Whoa! Now it's like, okay, anyway, I'm going to get in my flying car and fly away now.
Don't hit me with fireworks,
But
please.
I mean, yeah, you have kids. They
yeah.
like it, but like, I'm just like, oh, you want to see fireworks? No.
Right. If it weren't like,
mean,
I don't have
if I'm
kids, so I'm
driving
not
by
very
and I see
them
interested
pop
in it.
off
Also, you have a
somewhere,
couple
yeah.
nights, and it's like that's where you could do it.
I'm just saying,
it's
in
long.
general,
5 in
I'm
the
just
morning,
kind of.
go. You do what you think.
Before we get blunt,
Oh, fireworks! Ah!
Matt's, hold on a
I gotta
second.
pop these.
Matt's got something.
I've
Matt's got
got
something.
it.
Matt's perusing the economy
What?
right now.
how much do you think those cost?
Oh no.
Why do you got to say it like
80
that?
bucks.
Those.
You overshot. You overshot.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
How
much you
that
pay?
was 60.
Yeah.
55.
Yeah, I
Slept
think.
in for 55
Dude, I think
minus
that's
tax.
these were about 50.
Those are
the
55.
fur ad's $5.
Those 50. This is on Amazon.
I saw some for like 30 though.
Now this
Might
is
have been
like an
knockoff Crocs.
exclusive
Is it like
one. I don't
Amazon
know.
Call 'em
price,
Croc
though?
I was gonna say.
What?
Is it Amazon
wanna
price?
commit.
Sometimes Amazon
That's-
sells it for less than in store.
They could
Whoa!
be. It could be. This
So-
one's 73.
Look,
down, let's
I'm
get
not
the
saying. Look, you
28.
pay-
It's 28.
I got.
Some of these are cheap.
I got a pair of Nikes that are like
35.
$130.
35.
Why did
not
you
bad.
isolate the ones that are all expensive?
Because-
32.
No, I looked specifically for that one.
They
I
don't
looked
look like
specifically
this,
for that
to
one.
be fair.
And they don't
They don't.
feel
Thank
like
God.
this.
Well,
Yeah.
they don't. They might be more.
Now there's also My Hero
Almost fell over.
pin.
Whoa! My Hero pins? Fuck,
Okay.
dude. All
They're
right,
called giblets.
hang on.
They're
For-
called giblets.
Are they called
For
giblets?
fucking $13, I get how
I don't
many
know. I don't
pins?
know how many
13
pins
bucks, you
get.
can
Hang on.
tell the world about your
Okay.
All right.
hero.
Yo,
Say, hey,
It's a lot of pins.
my eyes are down here, and I'm gonna put two.
Dude,
I'm gonna
wow,
get eye
that's-
giblets.
yo, I'm gonna
It's
load
pretty-
these
that's actually
holes with
pretty funny.
Bakugo.
My eyes.
Oh, I can do one shoe Bakugo and one shoe. The other kid's name I forgot.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Deku?
Deku, that's his name.
You get all
tree.
21 apparently.
The main character.
How many holes do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
That's
6,
just
7, 8, 9,
13.
Too many holes to
13.
count.
13 on both.
All right,
I
anyway.
got 26
7%.
giblets.
I'm gonna do
Right
it.
there, right there.
No,
I'll-
but
I'll
here's the
send
thing.
that to you.
How many Bakugos come in that set?
Just one.
Got to buy 13 sets.
I'm gonna follow this man to the
Why
Croc store
13?
for the holes. You haven't thought of the holes.
I'm going back just to get my Croc walk
holes, you
on.
bitch.
You know what I mean? Like, you're wearing Crocs, you might as well walk in them. Whoa! Kick and a squeak. Croc in a creek.